Alright, so I was literally about to make a War 2 video today. I'm gonna shut this control off. But then I was like, the KSI and Logan Paul fight just happened yesterday. I gotta make a video on that. The reason why I wanted to make a World War 2 video is because of, I got the lever action finally. So I'm really happy about that. Let's turn my mic volumes up. Hello, hello, hello. And, okay, so, to open the night, I'm gonna talk about the 3 fights that I got into a lot. It was Overflow versus Face Sensei. Face Sensei is a fucking killer. So is Overflow. He's like a purple belt in BJJ. He's won a good bit of tournaments. He's amazing. And he tried to do like a fucking leg trip in jiu-jitsu style. Like he did it, he wrestled him down to the ground jiu-jitsu style. That was not like some fucking like Ohio wrestling type shit on some Logan Paul type shit. Like he got to the side, he leg sweeped him without getting his head where a guillotine would have presented itself. So he went jiu-jitsu mode for whatever reason. Instinct, I guess. He might have been frustrated. And that's when Face Sensei was like, alright, fuck this. Let's take a liver shot. And Face Sensei was the only person besides Logan Paul who actually, like, basically knew, like, exactly what they were doing. Like, the shot selection was really good. Okay, listen. This is what I mean by that. Dog, please get the fuck out. Listen. In, like, the Jake Paul fight, he would rip to the body. And whenever you rip to the body, obviously they're about to block it by doing this. They're not doing this. They're doing this to see your next move. That's when you land with the overhand right or the overhand left, or you can just pop a jab in there. They would rip to the body, that would present itself, and overhand right would present itself, and then they would back up and get the step off. It's like when it's like this, you overhand right, and then they would dig to the head, get a couple jabs in there, and whenever they would go to parry the jab up here, that's when you land the liver shot up there. And they just weren't doing that. It was terrible shot selection. The only 2 good boxers there were Logan Paul and Face Sensei. That was it. That was literally it. Out of those 3 fights, by the way, I don't even remember the other fights. I did watch all of the fights, I just don't remember that much. But KSI, his overhand rights, he's still a good fighter. Obviously, he'd probably whoop my ass. He's a lot bigger than I am. But he was like, stepping back, not taking his head off the center line very much. And then windmilling his overhand rights when he like not setting up his overhand rights. So like he wasn't jabbing and then overhand righting. He was just like a couple times he did that, I'm not gonna lie. A couple times he would just walk in, no setups whatsoever, and just overhand right, which is not what you want to do. You can get away with that in MMA because when you go to overhand right, it looks like you're trying to set up a takedown, go for a takedown. So in MMA, UFC, you can get away with that, but in boxing, it's too calculated. Obviously, if you disagree with me, you are out of your mind. The first 2 rounds, the entire fight would have been like that if Logan had his shit together. My advice to Logan is just for the next training camp when he goes to fight KSI again, just, set up a gym on higher altitude. Do your training camp in like Mexico City or some shit. Or like come to the mountains, some Appalachia type shit. And just set up a training camp there so you can get used to the lower amount of oxygen. Because, dude, at first, his shot selection was on point. He kind of came out with that karate style, the wrestling style, because obviously he's a wrestler. He would come out like this with the wide stance with boxers, like Floyd Mayweather. It's a stiff stance. You're not like, worried about the takedowns. So you got to narrow legs. But for him, he was out there like this with the karate style like that. His shot selection was on point. I like his shot selection. He was tearing it up out there. At first, I wanted KSI to win, but then KSI started doing like some really immoral type shit with like the whole girlfriend thing. So I was like, fuck this. I hope this motherfucker gets his ass beat. Well, I never thought that, but I was just kind of like thrown off at how disrespectful he was being about his girlfriend, which I like shit talk. Don't get me wrong. I love shit talk, as a matter of fact. But that shit was just, it was over the top and not necessary because his girlfriend's got nothing to do with this. As far as I'm concerned, she wasn't doing shit. And then KSI had the whole crowd cheering, she's a hoe. And I would have walked off the stage. I don't know if I would have beat that motherfucker's ass for saying that shit, if I could have. But, yeah, but, dude, second time around, there's no way in hell KSI is winning. Because just the stance and just the posture, you can tell who's who. And also, they're not in the same weight class. Like, take a look at the two, dude. Like, Logan's like this big 6'2", 74, 76-inch reach, dude. Like, broad shoulders. Like, just looking at the frames, it's like KSI should be fighting 155, and Logan Paul should be fighting 185. That's what I saw there. Like they're 2 or 3 weight classes apart. I didn't understand that when I saw it, and like it's not like KSI was just like shredded to the bone. I mean, he wasn't fat by any means. He wasn't pudgy like Deji or anything, but yeah. So as far as I see, Jake and Logan Paul are definitely athletically, they're really gifted. And their shot selection was horrible. Obviously, the best on the card is FaZe Sensei, who is an MMA guy himself, and I really enjoy watching. I've been subscribed to him for like 2 or 3 years, even before I got into MMA. I don't even know if he did he even play like any Call of Duty? Like, how is he in FaZe? I don't understand how him and Jasper are in FaZe, and same with Rug and Adapt. Like, how are they still in FaZe? Like, what do they do to stay in FaZe? I don't understand it, because all these guys, besides Sensei, they go on these hiatuses of upload streaks. They take a month off. Maybe not Rug. I don't really watch his videos, to be honest, but I know he is has nothing to do with FaZe. Has absolutely nothing to do with FaZe, which is fine. I mean, I don't give a shit. But I just want a little bit of consistency out here. How is a clan gonna have CS:GO players? Or the gaming side is fine. These FouseyTube-esque content creators is so what is FaZe? When you think about FaZe, what do you think about? Do you want the face of FaZe to be FouseyTube, even though he's not in FaZe? I'm just meaning that style of content, or a Sprat or a Jet. I mean, what are we looking for? Yeah, but overall consensus of it, I thought it was good. And then a lot of motherfuckers are putting it off as why is this happening? They're just YouTubers. Just because you're a YouTuber doesn't mean you can't be a boxer or anything in life. What, this dude wants to go work at a gas station, you're gonna laugh and be like, he can't work at a gas station, she's just a YouTuber. Just because you're a content creator doesn't mean you can't chase other goals. He's exclusively not allowed to box just because he also makes YouTube videos. As long as more eyes are being brought to MMA, mixed martial arts, and boxing, I'm fine with it. Because obviously I love that shit a lot. Speaking of that, dude, Justin Gaethje knocked out James Vick and put that motherfucker out cold. Literally the stiffest, that's how you throw an overhand. You want to know what? That's how you throw an overhand. Just, stiff up, body, overhand right. He's not even taking, why he got him on the backstab, not getting his head off the center line. Overhand right in it, slept him. Like that, just like that, dude. He was snoring. I don't like that dude either. James Vick, dude, no, hell no. I don't like him at all. But yeah, dude, I really like that event. I really hope there's some more in the future. I want to see some more, competitive boxers in the future. More people take it serious. Just don't run the fight if there's going to be short notice, because it's just making a horrible name. There were a couple fights in there. It's these dudes have no business being in here. Scares, dude. I mean, hats off to him. I respect it a lot. It's a fair play to him. I do respect it a lot, but dude, I don't want to see people getting in there hurt like that. Because brain damage is no joke. It's not like MMA where you're also getting taken down. You're just constantly getting head trauma, just constantly bop, bop, constantly getting your head hit. So it's not good, and I don't want to see people who are basically helpless in there just keep going in there. Take a year off. Don't fight for a year. Don't fight on the next KSI versus Logan Paul card. Take a year or two off. If you're serious about it, keep going. Because I know Scares, dude, hats off to him. I heard he lost 100 pounds for this fight. Dude, that is literally, no matter what went on the fight, dude, that's literally one of the most incredible things I've ever heard of. So I was super happy to hear about that, because I'm all about that weight loss stuff. I do a lot of weightlifting, a lot of MMA, dude. I was really happy about that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think about the KSI versus Logan Paul fight in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.